Hello, welcome to Me, My Dog and Books. I'm Joanna. I'm about to start another weekend reading vlog. So buckle in and you can watch how amazingly simple my bookish reading life is. It's Saturday morning. Excuse me. I've got a mug of coffee and my little birdie mug. It won't be long until I get the Halloween mugs out. Spooky season starts in September, end of August. Although, as you see, some of the shops have them in already, and sometimes I will wear pyjamas that say pumpkin and cats or pumpkins and dogs. Anyway, what is in store this weekend? Well, let me tell you. Relatively quiet, I say. This morning I am going to Infinite Ink Studio that I go to for, I've got some tattoos, and Jess, the amazingly creative tattoo artist, is going to add to this one. So this tattoo here has got a snow globe with a pumpkin in it, and in the middle is Coraline and her cat, and Coraline's cat is there. And then I've got books that say stay weird, be kind, read books, and then I've got a little ghostie surrounded by ivy and what's the flowers that are in Coraline? I can't remember. So the ghostie still needs a wee bit of work, so it's a bit of work there. And then here is one of my favourite quotes from Coraline, which is, when you're scared but you still do it anyway, that's brave. So I'm getting a bit of work, so I'll maybe try and take a wee bit of video of that. So it's a half day I'm in, so 10 till like 11:30, and then I was supposed to have the afternoon to myself, but I'm doing an afternoon shift at work. I'm helping cover for someone, so I'm doing that. So hopefully it's not a busy one and it's quiet. Mostly when the weekend shifts are kind of keeping an eye on monitoring our social media, which is my day job. So we have like a weekend on call rota, and keeping an eye on our kind of comms inbox, which is like if there's any media inquiries, or like if, say, one of our venues like our museums or libraries closes and we need to put comms out for it and stuff. So hopefully it won't be mega busy, and I can maybe get some stuff done. I'm off on Monday, so I don't really mind, plus I'm helping someone out. So that's today, but we'll finish at 4. So should I bake? I don't know. I am going to be reading, I'm going to start a new cross stitch. I didn't start one in the last vlog, didn't I not? I said I was gonna, but I will. I'm going to carry on with reading Nightbitch by Yoder, by one of you lovely people. Was it on here or on Instagram? Oh no, I think it was on here. One of you lovely friends here said this has been adapted to a movie, and it is. It's coming out in December, and it's got Amy Adams playing the main character. I am very intrigued. This is super unhinged and I'm loving it. And then I finished this morning, The Dead Friend Project by Joanna. Is it Joanna? Let me check. Don't like to get people's names wrong. Well, it says Jo Wallace. I think it's Joanna. Oh yes, Joanna Wallace. Right. I hate hating on books. I couldn't write a book, okay? I have no desire to write a book. I have no ability to write this amount of words, structure a story, yada yada. Nope. This was gifted to me by Viper Books. It came out in this month, I think the middle of the month. So it's out now. And I don't want my thoughts about it to put you off, because you might enjoy this. I had a quick look on Goodreads, and there are some good, 5 and 4 and 3-star ratings, and good thoughts about this. So fundamentally you follow Beth, who in the aftermath of her friend Charlotte dying, so Charlotte apparently went out for a run one evening on Halloween, I think, leaving her small child at home and got hit by a car, died. And Beth has been dealing with this and is still like, something alright, something, it wasn't an accident, is her thoughts. So that's the kind of premise. We've got Beth, who is a single mum. Her husband has moved on with another woman who you soon discover was one of Beth's friends. Beth also had a drinking problem. And you're entered into the world of playground mums and that kind of cliquiness, the desire to be perfect, PTA meetings, being the perfect mum, being able to do it, like doing play dates, yoga, that kind of world, which I have no idea about. I don't have kids, and so I have no idea about. I know the stereotypes, so I don't know if this just leans into stereotypes or this is real life. And so there's all that going on. And some of the reviews say like it's like a cozy but dark murder mystery with humour. I didn't laugh once. I actually found a lot of the characters really one-dimensional. As someone that is sober, I struggled with the drinking rep, but maybe that's true if you're a single. I don't know, so I can't comment on anyone's anyone else's relationship with alcohol. I just found the characters really annoying, and the murder mystery just like a bit far-fetched. The ending, oh come on. I felt the writing was okay. I actually found myself skimming parts because I was like, right, what happened to Charlotte? Beth is clearly spiralling as she's determined to discover what happened to Charlotte. And all her friends are just like horrible, cliquey mums. I really did not enjoy this. But I suspect I am not the target audience. I am not a mum. I am not a single parent. I do not socialise in those circles. So maybe if that is your world, you can see some, it resonates more, and maybe it is like that world and quite humorous in how it's dealt with. So don't let my dislike of this book put you off. But yes, I don't think I'll be reading another Joanna Wallace book, because I read this one, You'd Look Better as a Ghost, because who wouldn't with that title, and it was okay. So sorry. I feel like, you know, when I'm currently reading this, which is so unique and unhinged in a really clever way, this just felt like meh. I'm also still reading Margo's Got Money Troubles, and I'm really enjoying. I'm loving the storytelling. I'm loving this, you know, single mum who is attempting to make money through OnlyFans. I'm finding that whole thing funny and unique and so well written. So yeah, I can read stories about parents and still relate. That one just, oh, I don't know. You know when you just finish a book and you're like, oh, that wasn't a great start to the weekend. Sorry, I feel like I don't like doing like hating on books and authors and stuff like that just for the views. I'm not But I just like to be honest. So I am now going to have my oatmeal. I've got oatmeal and berries. The kids are upstairs sleeping beside the OH. I'm going to have my oatmeal and berries and my coffee. I'm going to get stuck into this. I'm sitting next to it because I've got the door open. So I'm having some hot feelings. Like I've been sitting in my bed reading like this. And I think it's every morning, see when I have my coffee or my oatmeal, aka porridge. Oh, there's a plane going over. I get super hot. I think it's my age. I wonder where people are flying to. There's an app for that. So yeah, I'll take you with me. And tomorrow I'm meeting a friend for coffee. So that might involve a browse around Waterstones. Watch this space. But the doggos are here. They will feature. And I hope you enjoy another vlog as I take you around with me on this weekend. This is me just outside the tattoo studio, which I'm going into. Also, I am aware this spot has main character vibes for the whole weekend. It's been coming on all week. So that'll be a cameo that you'll be getting used to seeing. So I'm about to head in, so I'll try and take a wee bit of video. I don't like to get people without like asking their permission, so I'll try and get some of the tattoo, although avert your eyes if you don't like needles, although I don't think it looks like a needle, to be fair. And this is a women owned and women run tattoo studio. I'm going here for a couple of years now, so I'll see you on the other side. Hello friends, I'm back from a long session at the tattoo studio. If you can hear screaming and shouting, it's the kids next door in the garden. I've actually had to shut the door, the patio door, because they're quite loud. I mean, they're just having fun. They're just having fun. But you maybe don't want that as the background noise. Oh, that was my air fryer, I think, or was it the washing machine? I don't know what's making the beeps. Stop. Anyway, I'm just about finished my shift at work. Oh, and I've got a wee IBS flare up. Yay. Oh, FYI, got a call from a doctor. Officially have IBS. Yay. Definitely don't have IBD, which is good. Because they were testing for that and lots of other inflammatory things, which obviously is much more serious. But well, the kids are running about like maniacs out there. You can just about see them through the gaps in there. Anyway, so which is fine. Well, it is what it is. So I just need to take medication. And I was fine this morning, but I think because I was in a tattoo place from like 10 AM till like 1:30, and I forgot to take an apple and like a cereal bar with me just to take, because I did have my porridge, but that's quite a long time not to be eating anything. And obviously then you're lying there, you can't really go to the loo or anything. Well, you can, but anyway, it's now a wee bit sore. Ignore all the noises my my laptop's about to make, as it does installing updates. Just likes to alert me. Anyone else hate that noise because it reminds you of work? thankfully, unlike last weekend where I was helping a few people, supporting them, like I wasn't on call, but I'm normally back up if anyone's having issues on social. And there's a lot of negativity, a lot of trolls out for, because there was Pride events happening, anyway, and the haters were out. So at least this week it was a bit quiet, so I got some work done. I was reading more of Margo's Got Money Troubles while I was getting my tattoo done, because it was on my Kindle, so that's quite good. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm loving the premise of like a college dropout finds herself pregnant from a professor who, you know, quickly disowns her, who's not got much money and is doing an OnlyFans, or learning how to do an like OnlyFans account to earn money. Quite liking it. Obviously you heard of my dislike of the Dead Friends project. I would show you like a tattoo, but it's got the, I'll try and show it now, but then I'll try and show it properly. It's got the covering on it that I try and keep on for 24 hours. It's kind of upside. Can I do it this way? Oh, I really need to twist my arm. So there's a new pumpkin. I'm going to go back and get that shaded, so she said, because she ran out of time. And there's cake. So pumpkin, obviously, because I love autumn and ghosts and spooky season. And the cake, because she's taken inspiration a little bit from Matilda and Coraline, of which there is also cake, plus it could be a pumpkin pie. And then the candelabra here, so a little bit of Matilda, is it Coraline, and Beauty and the Beast. I mean, look at the detail on that. And then she's got flames coming up from there, and then a little ghost with little spectacles reading his book by candlelight. Anyway, that's, it's a bit of a twist to show you that. Yeah, so it's not, it looks like really dark right now because it's got the cover on it just now, which I'll leave until tomorrow, and then I've just got the cream to put on it. She's amazing, like such a great artist. She knows all the stuff I like. She's like, so you like books, Coraline, Matilda, there's a bit of Beauty and the Beast in there. I love Halloween, I love spooky season, love her next ideas are like maybe cross stitch, a bit of Snoopy. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, it's just round about here, so it wasn't adding like further up. I don't know if I'll get further up. Maybe do to my legs, because, you know, I don't like my peely wally legs, because they're Rufi peely wally. Scottish words that basically means really pale, like the colour of pretty much my fridge. You don't ever see the sun. So I thought, what a better way than to cover them with tat. I've only got 4. But I do have a pumpkin that I'm going to get put on the back of my leg near the bottom, then like round about my calf. That's coming in September. I need to just book them in a few bits in advance because I need to save up for it. So yeah, that's what I did. If you've never had it, if you've had a tattoo, you'll understand. But if you've never had a tattoo, weirdly enough, unless it's a wee tiny one, but if you're getting anything, if you've never had a tattoo and you're there for like an hour, but I was there for a few hours, after the fact they call it like tattoo fatigue. And I think it's because obviously they're inking you with effectively a needle, and so you kind of do have the adrenaline moving through your body. I don't find it particularly painful. It's just a weird sensation, and then you get used to it and I'm just lying there reading my book, having a cup of tea and chatting away. But I do get this like pure exhaustion after it. So I might take the doggos. Oh wait till I show you the doggos. They're out for the count over there. Yeah, mummy's busy earning for yous lot. So I'll take them a wee walk round the block. Got leftover bean chilli for dinner that I put on the slow cooker yesterday. So I'll have that and I might have a nap and read more of Nightbitch, I think. I think that's what I'll do. Anyway, I'm off to reverse this camera and show you the kids. Right, look at this. Look at this Patty. Are you comfy? She gets all excited when you talk to her. Her tail goes, her tongue goes, done it Patty! Okay, so, Patty! And then look at this one. Out for the count. she's getting a wee bit deaf, I think. So I don't like to spook her, just in case she doesn't hear me. There you go. Hiya, Bubba. You sleepy? You sleepy? Yeah. Might have to take you to a wee walk. Yous are ridiculous. Look at the staties. I'm just jealous. I might be joining you for a nap on the couch. You want a belly rub too? You crazy dogs. Crazy dogs. You keep me happy. So you do. Patty. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Yay. Oh, the jumps begin. Hello. It's Sunday morning. So as you'll have seen, I've had a wee read, some coffee and walked the doggos, and they've had their breakfast. So they're just chilling at home this morning with the OH. Well, I am about to meet one of my lovely friends, Megan, for some Costa coffee and a catch up. We like to do this early morning of a weekend, so we come and do this just to miss all the... So I've not seen her in a good few months, so I'm looking forward to catching up. And we may have a browse in Waterstones, because that's our, what do you call, that's our tradition. I've turned it into a tradition. She might not know that. Yeah, so still reading Nightbitch by Yoder. I was reading that this morning. It's full on feral in a really unhinged, intriguing way. I'm really enjoying it, but I have a feeling it's not a book for everyone. But I'll check in about that later. Anyway, off for a decaf coffee. Also, when walking the dogs there, it's already quite warm. I think it's going to be a warm day, so I'll try not to moan about it too much, because I know loads of people love the heat, and probably whatever temperature it gets to, like 20 or 21, is not hot for most people. For a peely-wally Scottish person like me, it is roasting. Anyway, off for coffee. Hiya pals, I'm back. As you know, I went a wee nosy around Waterstones, but I was going to say I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy any books. I actually bought a bookmark. We're all mad here. Alice in Wonderland, obviously. So that was my wee treat to myself. Didn't buy a book. My friend Megan bought 2 books. One I was very interested in. I'll need to Google it and I'll share it with you, the synopsis, because sounded right up my street, but I have enough books to be reading and getting on with. So just now I'm going to have a quick toast and baked beans, and then either do some gardening or a quick run, and then I'll check in with you later. It's a hot day outside. Patty's come in for some respite. I don't know where Lucy is. She sometimes lies there, but if she's going in, it means it's awfully hot for her. I'll wait till you see. I have strawberries coming. Look at that. that one in there. I think that one in there's ready to eat. But now I know why Lucy was sitting here earlier. Their nose pointing up here. Quite excited by that. Anyway, it's a very sunny day. It's a bit warm. So I think I might mow the grass.
And I loved getting engrossed with the characters. Tara says, Lauren, please try and read Anybody Out There by Marion Keyes before my favourite mistake. It's
No breakfast for you, Patty, because you're going to get your heart scanned today. So let's see how you manage that. First, some reading. Hiya, Patty. You gonna be a good girl? I'm gonna take you in. I'm gonna take you in here. That's where you're gonna go for your heart scan. Be a good girl. You were a good girl last time, eh? Let's go. So I've just dropped Patty off. Bless her. She's very good. She's very chill. So in there, just lovely in there. So they'll take her for a wee heart scan. I thought it was a year ago. I am so bad. Looked at me, was like, no, it was in January, so this is our 6-month follow-up. I was like, well, that would make sense because I only got her like a year ago, early July. So that's absolutely bonkers. I've literally no sense of time or space. Anyway, as you'll have seen, oh well, it's Monday. Hi. As you'll have seen, wee lazy start to the day. Dropped off Patty. I'm going to go home and walk Lucy and give her a breakfast. The thought of giving Lucy her breakfast and Patty watching that and it not happening, it's too heartbreaking. I'm currently listening to The Angel of Indian Lake by Stephen Graham Jones, which is part 3 of the Indian Lake trilogy. I'll not give you the synopsis or my thoughts so far, but what I will do is bring up the 3 books when I get home and talk to you about them. I'll give you the synopsis of book 1, because obviously if I give you the synopsis of book 3, kind of spoils it, doesn't it? Anyway, I've popped myself to, don't look at that pair, how did I, B&M, because I've got a sudden urge to get a wee greenhouse. Like, I don't have a garden big enough or can afford kind of glass greenhouse, but I can actually, there's a wee space that I could get one of those plastic ones. I used to have one before. Anyway, I'm gonna have a nosy. Let's see what's there. Well, my day hasn't gone as planned, so I have managed to get a wee greenhouse. I'll show you later. But when I was coming back, my oil warning light was coming on in the car, and our car's due to go into the garage on Wednesday to get a new exhaust, which I can't wait to pay for. And all of a sudden, so I phoned them and I said, can it wait till Wednesday? And they're like, no, bring it in immediately. And so I did, and they're not sure why, but there was like, they had to refill the oil by about 2 litres. So when they're in, when it's in on Wednesday, they will check what's wrong with the oil pump. Great joy. So I've been out of the house all morning. I haven't had my breakfast. I'm starving. Managed to, thankfully had my Kindle app on my phone, so I was reading Margo's Got Money Troubles while I was waiting for them to check the car. And I also was listening to The Angel of Indian Lake. Anyway, I'm now near the house, but our grocery deliveries just came, so the van is in the way of me getting into the driveway, so I'm just waiting. Thought I'd have a wee chat with you. I'll show you the bargain, absolute bargain, small plastic greenhouse I bought. It was only £15. Anyway, now regretting that purchase, now that goodness knows if I need an oil pump I don't know. I hate cars. I hate having to need a car. I hate having to pay for cars. I wish I could just cycle, walk or use public transport to get about, but it is not possible where I live and with our public transport and yada yada. I could go on in a big rant, but I won't. I'm now going to go home, eat something, tutor in the garden and hope that I get a good call about Patty. This is not turning into a fun vlog for any of you. There will be some books and reading, I promise. Well, so much for this being a chill day. Not long indoor, had to put all the food shop away. Currently washing the fruit and veg. Got a lunch on because I left the house thinking drop Patty off, swing by and maybe get a wee tiny greenhouse, come home, have breakfast. What Lucy have breakfast? No. Had to deal with the car. Oh, and now I'm behind on everything, and my list of to do has not even been touched. I need to order dog food because there's like half a bag left. I'm supposed to cut the tree, my Pamela tree. It's named Pamela after my friend who gave me it. Still to hoover, I haven't menu planned, and Bookish stuff. Clean the ensuite and do some hands up in the comments if you hate adulting. Anyway, I feel like I've not even had a chance to talk to you about books. This is not a promo. I get Evernight, which is some people might know Illumicrate. It's the same company, and they have Evernight, which is a quarterly horror subscription. It's actually quite reasonable. Like, we can get it with bits, but I just get the book, which is 20 quid plus P&P, and it's once a quarter. And this month it is an exclusive edition, so if you do skip ahead if you haven't received it, it's an exclusive edition of The Eyes Are the Best Part. I mean, this is terrifying. Also, like, if I fling it, like, you see those are shiny eyes, right? Spreads. Yeah, I mean, this book isn't for the faint-hearted, so feel free to skip along. And then see when you take the sleeve off, right, inside. I mean, this is terrifying. It reminds me of Junji Ito, if anyone... Oh, if you've got an eye thing, don't look. Pardon the pun. Yeah, she eats eyes. Sorry, might have put some of you off. I should have put a warning up for that. It reminds me of Junji Ito, who is a Japanese horror manga author. Fabulous stuff, but only if you really like horror and manga. So not for everyone. And I'm also, this was the book I was telling you I was reading earlier, so it's Angel of Indian Lake. So this is the third and last book in the Indian Lake trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones, who is an amazing Native American horror writer. So I'm not going to give you the synopsis of this, but I'll give you... So the other two books, I've actually listened to some of them in audio. The other two books, the first one is called My Heart is a Chainsaw. Then book 2 is called Don't Fear the Reaper. And then this is book 3. So, and that's in there. And I'll tell you the synopsis of this one. Basically, if you're a fan of like slasher movies of back in the day, like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and then like more modern like Scream, etc., this is probably your vibe. Stephen Graham Jones has a very particular way of writing, which I really like. Not for everyone, but yeah, I'm amazed. So, some girls just don't know how to die. Jade Daniels is an outcast. So Jade Daniels, I would say, in this, one of my favourite MCs. Half Indian with an abusive father and absent mother in Prufrock. So Prufrock's the place there. A town that wants nothing to do with her. Now, one class away from dropping out of school, she's pouring her life and soul into the last assignment. A personal history of horror films. As Jade dives deep into the history of her hometown, the missing tourists, the drowned church in Indian Lake, the tragic deaths at a camp years ago, the town strives to keep her trapped, but outcasts still laugh and fight and cry and love fiercely, and even the terror descends and the blood flows, they never give up. So a few of the blurbs said a homage to slasher films that also manages to defy and transcend genres. I love this one. It says a tale that will terrify you and break your heart all at the same time. So, yeah, highly recommend. I'm maybe about 70% through that, so maybe I've finished it, hopefully in time for my July wrap up. And upstairs. Oh, a DNF. This was the book I was reading for Lauren the Book's Patreon book club. And the book club was last night, as you'll have seen. Right, so this is maybe my fourth. Yes, my fourth TJ Klune. And my third TJ Klune DNF. The first TJ Klune I read was The House in the Cerulean Sea. Highly recommend. Then I tried Under the Whispering Door. I can't remember the other one. And then this one. This is a big book. I got 25% in on audio and I DNF'd it. Why? Right. So it's about werewolves, okay? So it's maybe a bit of romance, fantasy. It felt like somewhere in the lines of like Twilight, but maybe not as good. It's not YA, so the House in the Cerulean Sea is YA. This isn't YA, but it feels like it's written at YA. I mean, it's definitely not YA. There's a really uncomfortable, obsessive relationship between Ox and Joe is much younger. And that whole needy relationship is very icky to read. I found the writing a bit icky, and when I got 25% in on audio, and it wasn't the narrator, because I know I read enough audio to know like, oh, it's the narrator's fault, I'll jump back into the book, as in not the narrator's fault. I don't like the narrator, but no. Some people seem to either really love this or not. 5% in, it kind of alluded to some of the sex scenes and stuff like that in it, and they were a bit more graphic than I would want anyway, but apparently, according to book club, later on in the book, like 70 odd % in, actually, someone said, to say it was page 400, the romance gets pretty graphic, like jaw-droppingly graphic, and that's from people that I know can read like graphic romance, and I was like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for werewolf PORNE. So that's a DNF. Then this morning, I'll chat to you about it later because I need to let it percolate in my head. This morning I finished Nightbitch by Rachel Yoder. Yoder. I don't know what I think. So I'm going to let it percolate because I still don't know what I think. Yeah, I have got a spot on my face. I've had it all weekend and I don't even know why. But just, you know, it's making a cameo this weekend. Oh, look, you'll be able to see can you see more of my tattoo? So there's, maybe do it standing up. So there's I can't twist my arm. There's a little ghostie with little glasses reading above a candelabra. And there's vines coming out, and then there's a slice of cake and a pumpkin that is a work in progress. I have to just go back and get it shaded. Sorry, it's just when I went like that and I thought you could see it. Yes, I might get the OH to do a proper video around it so you can see, in case you're interested. Feel free to skip through. Anyway, let put a washing on, go to Hoover while I let the thoughts of Nightbitch percolate in my head. And I can give you a more cohesive review and thoughts on that. Not heard from the vets yet, but it's only 1:45, so I should hear about 3:30 how Pie Cakes gets on. I thought it was a year. That it was since she was in. But oh, baked potatoes already. Now I've leftover bean chilli and baked potatoes, so I'm very hungry. Am I jumping about? Oh, and I'll show you my greenhouse, which I'm maybe just build the greenhouse and then zip myself into it and stay there for a while after all the car drama that's going to cost me a fortune that I'm trying not to think about, and how much I didn't get done today. And I was supposed to have a chill day, but does my brain know what that is? I'm not sure it does. What's that noise? And they are building houses over there, so I suspect that's what it is. Anyway, I shall leave you for now. Off to do more chores, listening to audio. And to add to stuff, I thought I would just do some weeding. I tend not to use weed killer because of the dogs, and also don't kill other things. So yeah, Monday fun. Said you would build my wee greenhouse, my wee baby greenhouse. Doing it now. I'm rubbish. I mean, I could do it. I get awfully frustrated. Meanwhile, Lucy Lou is helping me hang up the washing, aren't you? What have we seen up here? You stay away from those strawberries. Home time, home time. So this is what happens when I arrive home. Lucy is sitting on the desk waiting for us. Aren't you, Lucy? Yes. You know you're not supposed to be on your daddy's desk, lying all over it, next to his keyboard, sending emails. Sorry, not sorry. I'm coming in. Your sister's in the car. Patty! She's back home. A wee bit sleepy. She wasn't put under, but they gave her a wee Valium just to calm her down while they did her heart scan. And what did they say, Patty? No change from 6 months ago? Isn't that good? So you don't need to go back for a year? Your wee leaky heart valve. You've been such a good girl, but you're hungry. I'll give you some food, okay? Lucy, you going to look after her? What are you doing? Excuse the washing, everyone. You're just rolling about? Guys, wait you see? Oh, I'll pull it out there. My wee, oh, washing. my wee tall greenhouse. I'll show you inside it in a wee mo. Better go and feed this little one. Eh? Oh, you're so sleepy. Oh, I've done my glasses. I don't know what. There's somewhere over there. Anyway, came on briefly. Patty's having a wee chew. Give her a wee chew. Lucy's tootering about outside. It's actually quite warm. Sorry, you're a bit squinty because you're sitting on my chair. I wanted to show you a book that I'd actually requested from the publisher, I think it was. It sounded really good. It's an area that I'm very interested in. I think it's like as, say, terrifying, as critical as to have such a fundamental change on our world as like the climate crisis, and it's AI. And this is called Supremacy, AI, ChatGPT and the Race That Will Change the World. Apparently it's by Parmy, Olson, best-selling author of We Are Anonymous, which I haven't read. It comes out in September 2024. It's by Pan Macmillan. And it's apparently the never-before-told story of the ruthless race between Microsoft and Google as they compete to develop mass-market AI, whilst juggling the usual existential questions, which are super important, of ethics, human progress, and the future of the world as we know it. The cover looks stunning. This, I suspect, will be more terrifying than most fictional horrors I read. So I requested it because I actually find this stuff really interesting. Because I work in social media and stuff, and you don't need to know that about like AI and all of that. Just watch I Am Legend. or, you know, Terminator. So that's what immediately pops into my head when I think about AI. But so I use elements of it in my job for creating content, or like just, yeah, it's like a virtual assistant in my job. So I'm very conflicted. I actually think it's hugely terrifying, so I'll keep you posted. I'll probably read that. I'll read it before it comes out, which is 12th of September. Anyway, I did say, sorry you're so squinty, try and fix you. I did say I was going to speak to you about Nightbitch by Rachel Yoder. Right, so this is a story where you follow an unnamed main character. You don't get to know her name. It's also written a wee bit in like the third person at times, which is a bit unusual, but in the same time it feels quite unique. So you follow this stay-at-home mum who, if you can hear the stay-at-home mum who, I think her child is maybe about 3 now. She is left at home during the week to deal with raising her child and the house and everything, you know, all of that on her own while her husband works away during the week. And then at night at first she starts to, like, the back of her neck, she's like, I've got weird hair growing here. And then she starts to like go, like, think she has kind of, what do you call, not fangs like a vampire, but yeah, her teeth kind of change a little bit. And at night, and like, she starts to become quite feral. And that's, as a non-parent, having spoke to a few people who have read this, who are parents, said the representation of motherhood and being left, you know, as a mum, it is an amazing representation of how feral you feel, where you're just like, all you're kind of trying to do is focus on keeping this child alive and well. Meanwhile, you know, the description of the husband being away the whole time, coming back at weekends and just being so tired from working away all week, whereas, you know, mum is just being left there too. So but you start to go, is she turning into weird? Like, you also hear her going, am I turning into a dog? Like, what this is? And so at night starts to prowl and becomes what she calls Nightbitch. It is so bizarre, but part of me is like, the social commentary on womanhood, motherhood. Like, I'd actually tabbed a few things, right? Just because I thought it was so, right, so what's the first one? Which makes me think I really enjoyed this book, but it's just so weird and unhinged. I'm like, wow. So, I think working mother is perhaps the most nonsensical concept ever concocted. I mean, who isn't a working mother? And then add a paid job to it. So what are you then? A working mother? Imagine saying working father. Right, so clever. And then I'm loving the feminist vibes. And then there was another one later on. Her sense that society, adulthood, marriage, motherhood, all these things were somehow masterfully designed to put women in her place and keep her there. This idea begun to weigh on her. It of course had crossed her mind before, but after her son arrived it took a new shape. An unwieldy heft, and then even more after she quit her job as her body struggled to regain its equilibrium. And once she was stripped of all she had been, of her career, her comely figure, her ambition, her familiar hormones, an anti-feminist conspiracy seemed not only plausible, but nearly inevitable. That gives you an insight into how just like, I think as a mother, which I'm not, you would absolutely adore this book. I think for me, I was reading it with the assumption that that must be how it feels. That must be how it feels to suddenly go from this individual woman who may have had a career or may have had a vocation of some sort, or or just another life that was not being a mother. And then all of a sudden, and then it's the patriarchy on top of that, whilst in the same instance, all thread through her what feels like a transformation to being completely feral dog. Bonkers, I know. Like, utterly, it's really hard to describe. Other than, if any of that tickles your fancy, definitely read it. It said there's like the blurbs for it or go, feral, unholy Nightbitch is an incredible feat. It's deemed as truly imaginative, utterly original, brave and brilliant. Graceful, funny and unnerving as hell. They're all the best words to describe this book. I actually like, I don't know if you can see, so this is the UK, one of the UK covers. I actually really like the US covers, but this one is like a snarling, beautiful, what looks like a kind of greyhound with a big kind of flower. It looks like they're posing for a kind of, you know, like those ornate portraits of Victorian people. Yeah, I mean, I'm still comprehending it, and I think it's pretty smart. I have to say. Anyway, those are further bookish updates. I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm very hungry, but I've just taken my antibiotics and I can't normally eat until an hour after. FYI, anyone has never watched my videos before, I have to take like 4 daily antibiotics a day because I don't have a spleen. So I'm immunocompromised. So anyway, yeah, just in case you thought, no, this is just my daily life. So always take 2 in the morning because I've got an empty stomach, and then I have to wait an hour before food, and then I need to take it so I can time my dinner. But I'm just looking, going, I'm quite hungry, so I might have some fizzy water to suppress my hunger. But I'm going to finish planting my last tray of what I hope are my autumn flowers in my Newbie greenhouse. I'm very excited for, despite the car dramas. It's bringing me joy. Here's my little seedling home. So up here I've planted some sweet peas, and on this side I've done some hollyhock, which I think should be good for like autumn time. This side is Ganesha. Here I've got a chili plant, and these ones here are hardy pansies. I'm very excited. Well, that is the end of another weekend reading vlog where I've rolled you into Monday because, well, other than getting a tattoo, which I will try and get the OH to film that, and then having to work, and then I was very tired on Sunday and had a wee bit of an IBS flare up. Yesterday, I can't even remember what happened yesterday. It'll be in my video. It'll be earlier on. And then today with Patty, look, sleeping Lucy, and rushing about, and then having the whole thing with my car. And it seems to have flown in, so hopefully it wasn't an utterly boring vlog because I seem to like all of a sudden just ram all the book stuff at the end. That was not my intention. I had grand plans and it just never went to plan, but hey, that's life, and that's true, that's my real life. So next weekend, guess who's coming over? For anyone that's not seen my videos before, sometimes my mum comes over and she appears in the video. She has no idea what BookTube is, or really, well, she knows what YouTube is, but she just knows, and she plays along with, not play along, but she happily chats along. So I'll try and make sure I have no idea what next weekend's plans are yet. It'll be very much weather dependent. There was a festival that I was going to take my mum to, but again, only if it's dry. So yes, that's exciting stuff coming next week. Doggos, my mum, and it will obviously involve hundreds of books. So thank you as always for watching, for commenting, for liking. Please do leave us a comment if you watched this far. Give me a car emoji because That's been the bane of my life this weekend. And yeah, oh sorry, I've rubbed my eyes. And if you don't already, please do subscribe for more of my ramble chat about books. Anyway, until next time, bye!